Have you ever looked into a cracked mirror? You can still see yourself, but something isn't right. The reflection is distorted. One crack might make your face look stretched. Another might make part of you disappear. The mirror doesn't show who you really are. It shows a damaged version of reality. A lot of people go through life looking into cracked mirrors. Maybe someone bullied you and told you that you weren't good enough. Maybe you've made mistakes that you're ashamed of. Maybe your family has struggled, and you've started believing that those struggles define you. Maybe you've failed at something important, and now think failure is who you are instead of something you've experienced. The problem is that when we stare into those cracked mirrors long enough, we start believing the reflection. A teen who is constantly criticized may begin to think, I'm worthless. A teen who struggles in school may think, I'm stupid. Someone who has made serious mistakes may think, I'm broken. Someone who has been rejected may think, nobody could ever love me. But those thoughts are not necessarily truth. They are reflections coming from damaged mirrors. Imagine for a moment that you walked into a fun house at a carnival. One mirror makes you look short and wide. Another makes you look tall and skinny. Nobody would stand in front of those mirrors and say, well, I guess that's what I really look like. You know the mirror is distorted. Yet many people do exactly that, with the distorted messages they receive from the world. They let the opinions of classmates, social media, past mistakes, or painful experiences tell them who they are. God sees something completely different. While others see your failures, God sees your potential. While others see your weaknesses, God sees your strengths. While you see your mistakes, God sees someone who can learn, grow, and change. While you see the chapters you've already written, God sees the entire story. One of the most powerful scriptures about worth is found in Doctrine and Covenants 18:10. Remember, the worth of souls is great in the sight of God. Notice that it doesn't say the worth of perfect souls. It doesn't say the worth of successful souls. It simply says the worth of souls. That includes you. Not someday when you have everything figured out. Not after you've fixed every problem. Not after you've become perfect. Right now. The next time you start hearing those voices that tell you you're not enough, ask yourself an important question. Am I looking into a cracked mirror? Then turn to the one who sees you clearly. That is Jesus Christ. Because God doesn't see a failure. He doesn't see a lost cause, a mistake, or a person defined by their worst moment. He sees his child. He sees your potential when you cannot see it yourself. He sees the strength you are still developing, the lessons you are still learning, and the person that you can become. He sees every effort, every prayer, every time you get back up after falling down. While others may judge you by a single chapter, God sees the entire story, and his view of you is the one reflection you can trust. When the world tells you that you are a failure and are not enough, trust his voice. When your mistakes try to define you, trust his voice. When the mirror of comparison, shame, or fear gives you a distorted picture of who you are, look instead to the Savior. Because Jesus Christ sees you with perfect love, perfect understanding, and perfect clarity. And what he sees is someone worth saving, worth loving, and worth never giving up on.